Hey guys, welcome to an episode of voiceover commentary. These games that I played are just funny little games, and I've decided I'm gonna, instead of like just uploading random games that I've played for voiceover, I'm gonna try and upload things that I actually think are kind of funny, or at least mildly interesting. But yeah, I have a bunch of stories today. This is story time. We're going back to like 2012 YouTube, even though 2012 YouTube had a dislike counter. But anyway, so a few days ago was the first snow of this year in the area that I live at uni, and it was I missed the first snow, all right, because it happened late at night. I was asleep, but the second snow I caught. Right, I was teaching I have a tutoring part-time job, and I was teaching my student, and then my roommate knocked on my door and said, "Hey, look, it's snowing." So I go outside and it's snowing. And that's really cool and all. But the next day, all right, and so my roommate said that it's probably not going to keep it up. But I wake up the next day and everything is white. Like, the privilege on the environment was so high. So naturally I say, you know what? I'm gonna. Okay, those are cave sounds because I got AFK'd in the Minecraft window that's open on the side. But yeah. It was so white, alright? And I decided, you know what? It's cold. Let me wear proper clothes, right? And so I wore proper clothes. You know, I had a liner. No, wait. First I had a vest, then I had a liner, then I had a shirt, then I had a hoodie, then I had a thicker hoodie, and then I had a winter coat. And for my legs, I just had a liner and pants. Which is weird, because I think my legs make up more surface area than the rest of me. Which is also weird. Anyway, so I go outside, and here's something you need to know about me. I didn't prepare footwear for a snowy season. Right, so I go outside and I look at the floor, right? I look at the path, and it is iced over, right? And this is not good, right? Because you can't exactly run on ice. You'll just fall, right? And I have spent my whole life watching people in countries where it snows and just fall over. Like, you know, I'm watching them just walking across a path, and all of a sudden they slip and they fall. And I've laughed at that, and I looked around me, and I knew this was my karma. But I wasn't gonna give up, you know. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna walk on the grass. Screw karma. So I walked on the grass for as much as I could, right? Because some areas just didn't have grass, it was just all path. And people just kept giving me looks, like, while walking along the path, and I'm just looking at them back, like, you wanna fall? You walk on the path. Don't make me walk with you. And so I just kept walking the whole way. And it went well, you know, I didn't slip and fall. My shoes did get a bit of ice in them because, you know, grass path. Sometimes the ice can just slip into your shoe somehow. So I did have wet socks for a while, but that's nothing unusual for me. But there was this one area where there was no grass. You had to walk on the path, which is fine. You know, it wasn't that slippery. It was like if you walk too quickly, then you'll slip over and fall. But I could afford to walk a little bit slowly in that area. And so I started walking, right? And the path slopes down, right? Which is, again, not a problem. I can balance myself while sliding like Silver Surfer or somebody. But then it keeps sloping down all the way to a certain road. An example shown on the screen. That's not exactly where I live. And that is definitely not what any path in the world looks like, I assume. But that's an example of what it was like. And it just kept sloping down towards the road. And I was walking. I didn't realize this. I was just jamming away to the music playing from my AirPods. But as I'm sliding down, I realized, hang on a second. Because this was heavy traffic, right? And it wasn't slow traffic. No, it was quick traffic. And so as I was sliding down, I start looking at at the cars. I'm like, oh gosh. And my life flashes before my eyes. And for some reason, most of it is just my YouTube channel analytics, which say that you all should subscribe. Okay, I'm not gonna sell it. That's... Oh gosh. But luckily, right before I got to like, you know, the road, my feet found traction again. So I was like, ah, yes, I will not die today. I wouldn't have died anyways because there were like people around next to the road and I just had to say help. Probably wouldn't have done it because, you know, I have social anxiety, but eh. But yeah, that was a near-death experience. My second one so far, after riding a bicycle in pitch black near a canal. But yeah, throughout the entire day. Well, not throughout the entire day. I had like a 2-hour-long session at the uni, and I spent like maybe a total of half an hour on the campus. And the uni pathways and all had grit salt on them, which is basically used to like make the ice melt faster. And so it was fine there, but walking back and forth from the uni was like, oh, I'm gonna slip and fall and die. But luckily they had enough grass, so I had to like walk on the path minimal amounts. But yeah, that was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the way I am uploading. 2 times a week is not easy. The reason I made 2 times a week was because I thought I'd do voiceover commentaries for the bulk of them, or music overlaid, and those don't exactly get me the most views. But neither do collabs. I mean, they do get me views, but it's like they get me more views than voiceover. Well, they get me more views than music overlaid. But I just don't know what I'm doing wrong because, like, you know, I try to make my titles as clickbait as possible and my thumbnails as clickbait as possible without outright lying. But I literally found some YouTubers who literally named their videos Bridge Montage 22 or something, and they get like hundreds of views on it within a few days. And I'm sitting here like, yo, I got 3 subscribers yesterday. That was pretty cool. It's I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I might try to do more heavy videos with like actual editing and whatnot, but I don't know how quickly I can get those out. I'm still gonna try. Oh, that's a Discord notification. All right, I'm still gonna try and upload twice a week, but I don't know. It's a slow climb. I'm getting more Discord notifications. Who is this? It's from the group chat I have with... Okay, anyway. Jokes is funny. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting future, and there was an interesting bit of past. Also, I've decided to ignore my old policy of only streaming on the weekends and decided to stream whenever I can, because sometimes I'll be playing the video game and I'll be like, oh, I'm getting wins, I'm beating people, but I don't enjoy it. Because I really don't enjoy Bridge anymore. It's literally just watching a number get bigger. So I'm just gonna stream it whenever I can, or whenever I feel like it. And I've also thought of starting my own ARG, which I haven't thought of it, I've actually started. It's on my TikTok, which I finally found a use for, you know. When I first made it, I was like, what can I do with my TikTok in INOSSI? There was nothing I could do. I'm not like a TikTok star or anything, or like what you would expect a TikTok influencer to be. So I just thought, why don't I just create an ARG? Because I've seen ARGs, they are really interesting to me. And sometimes I just like solving them. I have never solved an ARG to the end because I usually get bored. But, you know, first time for everything. Might solve my own ARG now. But yeah, I'm working on an ARG. It's early stages, like just 2 videos out. I think they're both less than a minute. But there might be more in the future. I need to find a friend in real life who I can collaborate with. Because the ARG requires that, you know, requires more than one person. but we'll see what happens. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that video. I don't have anything else to talk about. I guess I could talk about my food situation, if that's interesting. Basically, I have, when I first, so the way my university works in terms of like their meal plan, which is what I'm using, they give you a card, right? Your student ID card, and when you buy the meal plan, every week they give you a certain amount of allowance into that card, which is great. You know, it's a good way of, you know, teaching people how to use money wisely. And so every week they give me £55, which is, you know, okay. It's an okay amount, you know. But if you don't use up the money from 1 week, like let's say you have like £5 remaining, it will just roll over into the next week. So the next week's allowance will add on to that. So the next week you'll have £60 to spend. And so I missed the first 2-3 weeks of uni because I had visa application issues, and so that meant I had almost £200 just sitting in my allowance. And so the past few days I've just been spending like crazy. Well, past month or so. And now they renewed the balance in my account, in my ID card yesterday. So yesterday I was sitting at £66. And now somehow I'm at £10. So the best thing I can buy with those £10 is a pizza. Well, obviously I could use my credit card, but I don't want to because I'm stingy. But yeah, best thing I can do is use my credit card. No, best thing I can buy, sorry, is a pizza. And I need to make that run for 6 days. Wish me luck for not starving to death. No, I'll probably use my credit card somewhere along the line. And I also have like some backup food, which I can just, you know, heat up whenever I want. So yeah, that was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and subscribe. I might talk about more stuff later. Follow my TikTok if you want to, you know, see how the ARG evolves. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Have a nice day, everyone. Night, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is. Bye!